Civics, Unit 1, Power Sharing. Part 1, Belgium. Belgium is a European country compared in size to Haryana, and its capital is Brussels. Its population is over 1 crore, about half the population of Haryana. The countries which have a boundary with Belgium are France, Luxembourg, Netherlands, and Germany. The composition of people speaking different languages in Belgium. In the region of Flemish, there are 59% people speaking the Dutch language. In the region of Wallonia, 40% of the people speak French. The rest of the population, 1%, are German speaking. The composition of people speaking different languages in Brussels. In Brussels, 80% speak French, while 20% speak Dutch. The French are minority in the country, but they are rich and powerful. They are in majority only in Brussels. The Dutch communities are in majority in the country, but they are relatively poor. Brussels, the capital, has majority French speaking and minority Dutch speaking. Tensions arose between these two language speaking people from 1950 to 1960s. Between 1970 and 1993, the Belgian constitution was amended, changed 4 times to work out an arrangement that would help everyone live together within the country. Power sharing in Belgium. For the central government, the constitution has allowed equal number of Dutch and French-speaking ministers in Brussels. For the state governments, many powers of the central government have been given to the state governments of the 2 regions of Flemish and Wallonia. The state governments are not subordinate to the central government. A 3rd level government called the community government was elected by the people belonging to the Dutch, French, and German-speaking communities, and it would look after cultural, educational, and language-related issues. Advantages of the Belgium type of power sharing. The Belgium type of power sharing avoided civil war within the country and breakup of the country on linguistic basis. It respected feelings and interests of all communities by power sharing. Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka got independence in 1948. It is an island country to the south of India. The main social groups in Sri Lanka are Sinhala speakers, forming 74% of the population, Tamil speakers, forming 18% of the population, where Sri Lankan Tamils are 13%, while Indian Tamils are 5%. The Indian Tamils were the ones whose forefathers had come from India as plantation workers during the colonial period, the British rule, and had settled there. Terms. Ethnic. Ethnic means a social division based on shared culture and common descent. People belonging to an ethnic group need not have the same religion or nationality. Religion-based composition of Sri Lanka. Most of the Sinhala-speaking people follow Buddhism. Most Tamils are either Hindus or Muslims. They lived in the north and east part of Sri Lanka. There were 7% Christians. Majoritarianism. Majoritarianism is a belief that majority community should be able to rule a country in whichever way it wants, by disregarding the wishes and needs of the minority. Sri Lanka followed majoritarianism. Majoritarianism is a belief that the majority community, Sinhala speaking, should rule the country without taking into consideration the needs of the minority. The Sinhala government took the following measures. In 1956, an act was passed to recognize Sinhala as the only official language, and Tamil language was ignored. The Sinhala-speaking people were given government jobs. Buddhism as a religion was given importance. The Indian Tamils were told to return to India. The effects of majoritarianism on the Tamils. The Tamils felt neglected, they were denied equal rights, they were discriminated against in jobs and opportunities. So they revolted for recognizing Tamil as an official language, to have regional autonomy, and for securing education and jobs. The effect of the revolt. In 1980s, Sri Lankan Tamils demanded for an independent Tamil Elam state in northern and eastern parts of Sri Lanka. Civil war started in the country. Thousands of people died and many were forced to leave the country as refugees.